Right, so in today's video, we're going to be doing a couple of different things. The first thing we're going to do is give you a bit of an update as to how this lawn is looking. You can tell that if you've been on this channel for a while or seen any of my previous videos that this space was really thin. It was looking a bit naff recently, and it still does towards this side over here, but it's starting to really thicken out now and sort of come into its own. You'd say there's a little bit of power knocking about, but it's not too bad. So yeah, so it's looking okay. But the other thing as well that we're going to be doing in today's video is we're going to be killing the space off. Now I can already sense the people in the comments below thinking that I'm mad for killing this space. Some of you might think I only killed it off last year in the summer and seeded it again from scratch. A few other people might be thinking you only seeded it around about a month and a half ago. And some more might be thinking, well, you literally seeded it a few weeks ago as well with rye seed. However, in that time, an opportunity has come up to get some different turf, let's say. It's a little bit like the situation that I'm in now, the matrix with the red pill and the blue pill. I don't know which one keeps them in the simulation, and I don't know which one gets them out into the matrix real world sort of thing. But the ryegrass, sticking with the ryegrass up here, is staying within the matrix, staying in the system, doing what everyone else is doing on YouTube and what most people are doing to their lawns up and down the country. But I'm going to be taking the other pill, the one that sort of takes us out of the matrix of the ryegrass and into the world of bent fescue lawns. Now, if you know, like I said before, if you've been on this channel for a while, you'll know that I have seeded this lawn down here from scratch using bent fescue seeds, because the main reason is this lawn pretty much all died off. The majority of it did over the winter, and it's quite frustrating really, because I put a lot of time into this lawn last year, and for it to go so poorly over the winter. I mean, December is fine, but January and Feb rocked up and it just absolutely decimated the lawn. It was horrendous. And I've come to the realization now that, you know, any lawn can look decent in May. This is testament to it. Looks half decent, the one that's in front of us now. Any lawn can look great in June, July, August, September, when the conditions are favourable. But does that same lawn look decent in November, December, January, Feb, early parts of March? And what I have learned is that bent fescue does survive well in those conditions, and it's all good reading about it, which I have done online, and also using the Lawn Association course too. Not a sponsor, by the way, just something I've done which I'm interested in. But apparently with the bent fescue, it'll take care of itself. It's got a better root system. It's a more tightly packed together sward, and it's easier to maintain, and the lawn does the work for you, so I've been told. But the only way I'm going to know if that's the case is by doing it myself. I did say recently that the lawn at the bottom was going to be bent fescue. I was going to leave this as rye, and I was going to compare the difference between the two. However, through a few little connections here and there, which YouTube has fortunately given me the privilege to be able to sort of access, I've got my hands on some bent fescue turf. Now, not any old turf. I've been told that it's kind of golf green type of turf, like really decent stuff. And it's an opportunity that I didn't really want to pass on. It's an opportunity that I wanted to take and to actually make the most of in my back garden. Now, this is only a small space, but I think having a nice little bent fescue up here, a nice little golf green aesthetic kind of lawn would be cool. Now, I know some people are probably thinking, you're not going to be able to maintain it. Golf courses are maintained every single day and they go out and do X, Y and Z to them. And yeah, obviously I'm not going to be playing golf on here. I'm not going to be putting balls into holes and nothing like that. But it's an opportunity to get a really cool lawn. Now, if it goes to pot, you've got to remember, it's my lawn that's going to pot. I'll take the hit on that. I mean, with the state that this was in earlier this month, and it's still patchy now. If I just get the camera and bring it over the top, you can see it looks thick, it looks lush, but look, you can see the soil. If you're telling me that's a thick lawn, you're having an absolute laugh. It's thick because it's not been cut in a few weeks. And sometimes people do say in the comments on YouTube, leave your grass longer because it actually makes it thicker. It doesn't make it thicker, it makes it look thicker. And if you like this aesthetic, it's entirely up to you. And I do like a ryegrass lawn, you know, or I have in the past. But the more I sort of read and learn, I kind of fall out of love with it, and actually my head's turning towards bent fescue. So let's get the glyphosate, let's get Roundup down onto this lawn. It is going to be painful, it's going to be sad, but it's going to be necessary. Now, I've waited till today to do this because it's a very still day. There's hardly any wind at all. There's probably none, to be quite honest with you. So I'm not worried about getting any of it on these plants and doing any damage, and I'll just be getting it down onto the lawn. The job will be a good one. Now, what's going to be quite interesting is I know there's quite a lot of people out here who sort of, I've got a ryegrass lawn, not in the best condition. They're really struggling to maintain it. They're having to overseed every year, and they are curious about a bent fescue lawn, but they don't really want to take the plunge to actually do it themselves. Now, I've been quite fortunate on this YouTube channel to be in contact with some different people, but also as well, I think it's a good example to other people, you know, who are watching this, to see how easy is it to do. I laughed with someone recently and said, if I can do this, if I can maintain, manage, and, you know, grow a bent fescue lawn from scratch, take care of one which is going to be on the top tier, then I think anybody can. I've got no experience with lawn care or gardening other than what you see on this YouTube channel. So if I can do it, you can, and maybe in 12 months time, 6 months time, some of you might be doing the same. Don't have to, but yeah, we'll see. Now, you need around about 40 mils of this per 30 square metres. Now, I've not got 30 square metres up there. I've got roughly 12. So I'm going to go on with half the doses. So rather than getting on with 30 mils, I'll just be getting on with about 15. A touch more, let's say, for good luck. People sometimes give me stick for using glyphosate because they say, oh, it's killing the world and blah, 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 blah. Well, it's killing the plants, I'll tell you that. But let's not stress too much about it today. There's enough stress in this world without worrying about what we're doing to plants that we don't need anymore. Now, this is the part I always hate the most, because once you start spraying this, there's almost no going back, but it's for the greater good. And like I said, got some cool turf we'll be putting on this space in a couple of weeks' time. So yeah, let's get to it. So there we go, the glyphosate is down. It's time to let it do its thing. Now, a lot of the seeds have germinated that I put down recently. Lots of them around about 1 inch tall now, 1.5 inches. But what I am going to do is in the next couple of days, if any more sort of start to germinate and sprout up, I get on with a little bit more glyphosate and kill them off. It does say give it 2 to 3 weeks before seeding a new space. I'm not going to be seeding a space. I'm going to be getting on with turf, and remember, glyphosate, it degrades in the soil, so it should be safe on the lawn after a time. But yeah, there we go. Pretty sad, but sometimes necessary if you want to make something better. So thanks for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it, feel free to give it a like, and if you want to follow along with this, or if you just think I'm a bit mad and you're curious as to see what this space is going to become, then feel free to subscribe. Check out the rest of the videos on my channel if you'd like. Lots of lawn care out there, lots of other general garden things like laying a patio and building a retaining wall and building a raised flower bed, installing the water, etc, etc. They're all on the channel to check out, along with loads of lawn tip videos like I've already said. So feel free to subscribe, and thanks for watching.